Yeah, I thought I'd do a quick video talking about this new Marvel event that is coming out. And yeah, we're going to be talking about today Marvel Dark Ages. Now, this was teased by Tom Taylor earlier in the week, and thankfully we didn't, dick around with the whole vague Marvel teaser shtick. So, yeah, let's talk about this new event. Well, like I've heard mixed things. Like Marvel, the one thing Marvel's vague about is like they're not saying if this is a full-on event or if this is an alternate universe like mini-series. Now, Tom Taylor, I'm kind of banking on this mini-series and not an event because Tom Taylor has done a lot of these like mini-series events in alternate universes. Like, obviously, well, the one ongoing he did in alternate universe was Injustice, and then you had, of course, his big one, Deceased. And I feel like when Tom Taylor was over at DC and did Deceased, Marvel was like, "Hey Tom, you want to come back? I mean, it'd be pretty cool if you came back and did a story for Marvel, right? That'd be cool, right? Tom, buddy, you can come back." So, that's how I kind of see it. But yeah, Tom Taylor, he's an excellent writer. He's a fantastic creator, and again, he's really good at doing these alternate universe stories because, one thing I give about Deceased is that even though yes, it's a horror comic and it's pretty goddamn graphic, and a lot of good characters get killed off, but at the same time there's like hope, and like the characters feel like the characters It's not like with Marvel Zombies where it's like, oh, isn't it funny that all your superheroes are killing people and they know they're killing people, like Mary Jane and Aunt May got eaten by Spider-Man. Fart. Jesus Christ, Kirkman. But Taylor's like, yeah, it's a zombie apocalypse, but like the best zombie stories have hope in it. It's not like, oh, look, let's shit on your favorite superhero and make you feel bad about it. So, yeah. So, Tom Taylor, really good writer, and let's talk about what Dark Ages is about. Well, we don't know since this literally just got announced as of this recording I'd say about 10 minutes ago. So we don't know a lot. I did look up some stuff for Dark Ages, and directly from Tom Taylor is that this is the one time where the superheroes lose. This is where the Avengers, the X-Men, every Spider person on Earth, the Fantastic Four, the Champions, the Heroes for Hire, every superhero team you could think of came together and they lost. That's the big thing, is that everyone this is where the Avengers, this is where everyone lost. Everyone literally just lost. Like, that's it. That's the story. And the big tagline is, who were you when the lights went out? So that's going to be the big thing, is that it looks like a lot of superheroes were killed in this, whatever it was, and other characters have taken on different mantles. I'm pretty sure that what has happened is that this is supposed to be set like years after an apocalyptic event, kind of like Old Man Logan, though I imagine it's not going to be as depressing as Old Man Logan was, because it's not like all the heroes were killed off. A good chunk of them are still alive, and the power around the Earth has just been completely cut off. But I'm pretty sure the Spider-Man we're going to be seeing in this comic isn't Peter. It's going to be Miles. I think it's going to be like adult Miles Morales in here. Venom, I don't know. It could be a grown-up Dylan Brock, because minor spoilers for the end of Donny Cates' run, Dylan Brock is now that Eddie Brock has gone off into space to become, the new King in Black, a new god of symbiotes, Dylan Brock is going to be on Earth being the new Venom, since he is bonded with the Venom symbiote, the original Venom symbiote. So you got that going for us. That's who I think might be the new Venom in here in this alternate universe story. I don't think it'll be an event. The way they worded it, at least, the way they worded this story is that it doesn't look like it's going to be an event in the in the main Marvel continuity. At least that's what it doesn't look like. I'm sure once we get more information, it's going to be like, oh nope, it's a new event. It's a new 6-part event you're going to be reading. All right, but Tom Taylor, he's a better writer, so I could actually like get invested in this kind of event. But yeah, so I imagine that a lot of the characters are going to be irrevocably changed. Like, obviously, the one thing the world kind of needs, and I love to quote The Mist above all else, is that, you know, everyone's civil while the lights are on and you can call the cops. That's why we invented God and the police. So I always think of that moment with in the movie The Mist, aside from the ending aside, but like that's the big thing with the human race, is that if everyone's cool while the lights are on, you leave them off, we gonna have a problem. So I like that idea of just like, we lost, there's no more light. Like, the lights went out, the heroes failed, all of them failed, and we don't know what caused all of this. We don't know the villain. I'm kind of banking on Thanos. Because, of course, Thanos. But it could be someone new. Tom Taylor really likes to put the rug out in some of these cases, and it's a character, apparently, that even the Watcher is scared of. Like, the Watcher has been this is someone the Watcher is fearful of. Excuse me. So, you know, you got that going for us as well. I am really interested. I don't want this to be an event. I don't want to read, like, 20 goddamn tie-ins. I just want this to be like a mini-series done on its 6-part, done in its own comic. Just let Tom Taylor do whatever the flying fuck he wants, and let it be a cool story. If it's an event, I might still read it, but my hype for it will die down because it's not because of him. It's not because of him and his writing. It's just, I'm so tired of constant events. I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted by these constant events. So I'm just kind of over here like, bruh, I don't want another event. If it's a mini-series, I'm all for it. Like a self-contained story, I'm down. Or if it has like little like tie-ins here and there, like DC's did, nothing major, I'll be fine with that too. But what was I gonna say? Because I had something else in mind. But it is also cool that, like, in the some of the promotional artwork, like, you see the Fantastic Four, but you only see Ben and Sue. You don't see Reed or Johnny, which is usually like, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. The main ones in this focus are going to be Peter, or it could be Miles, it could be someone else. Ben and Sue, Black Panther, T'Challa, or it could be, someone else, and Iron Man, or it could be someone other than Tony. I'm really interested in this, because it's been a while since I've had like a Marvel miniseries that I'm really like, oh, this looks really cool. This looks like a really fascinating kind of new idea, because we've always seen like a Marvel, actually, let me back up and talk about this real quick. Marvel has a really nasty thing about like being really just overtly dark with their alternate universes. Like, look at Old Man Logan, look at Days of Futures Past, look at like literally every Marvel alternate future, and you could look at it and go, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, that's overtly dark. Say what you want about, like, DC Elseworld stories where they're dark, but there's always, like, a sliver of, hey, it's gonna be okay. Here, it's like, no, did you like these characters? Fuck you. But, again, Tom Taylor is really good at doing, like, yeah, it doesn't look good right now, but it'll get better. Like, that's what I love about Tom Taylor and a lot of his stories. Even, like, in the Injustice comics, where, like, yeah, we know where this is going, but don't worry. It's gonna get... it's gonna be okay. You played the video games. It's gonna feel better. So, I'm gonna be here to remind you that it's gonna... Like, there's some fucked up shit here, but, like, don't worry, it's gonna be okay in the end. So, all in all, I'm interested in this. My interest may wane a bit if it's an event, if it's a in-continuity event. If it's not, I'm all in. If it is like an in-continuity event, again, I've been like they weren't really, you know, being they were being kind of coy about the whole thing, so I don't know what the hell they're doing. So I'm going under the assumption this is just its own continuity. So yeah. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of what do you guys think of this news for Marvel Dark Ages? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? What are you hoping to see in this comic? Are you hoping it's a in-continuity event or its own thing? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.